And just like that, it's Friday, Friday, Friday. It is Friday, Friday. How are you today, Friday? Well, I have to tell you, it's when you live in the North Georgia mountains and it is November and the leaves have fallen. It's time to get the blower out, and you're going to have a beautiful weekend. Yeah, I like getting the blower out. Now, let me just say this. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the show. You're watching BKP Politics, brought to you by voiceofruralamerica.com. It is great to be here. Always love a good Friday. Now, it's funny. I enjoy my dogs, and I think all of you know that out there. I enjoy my grandkids. There's a lot of things I enjoy, but I think you know how much I just enjoy my dogs. And Charlie's already been here for a visit. Now, Charlie was not here last November. Yes, he's a new arrival. I think he's going on 11 months old, but he was not here last year. So Charlie loves leaves. He loves the leaves. Loves it. I mean, you get a pile of leaves, he just wants to run through them. Then he wants to get a leaf. He has a half dozen in the house. Every time he comes in the door, he brings a new one. Anyhow, that being said, good morning. It's Friday. So we have a lot going on today. It's a very big day. Mark your calendar, November 14th, 2025. This is a day things will develop. This is a day we will find out what's next. We will start to find out. This is the day the doors open up. And what do I mean by that? Now, I have said this on the show for a long time. And I agree with most of you out there. It's time someone go to prison. It's time that someone goes to prison. It's time they start charging people. I have to tell you, it's time to start charging people with a little more than mortgage fraud, that they filled in their mortgage loan documents incorrectly. That being said, I just want to say, I have said for the longest time the RICO case in Georgia. The RICO case in Georgia has to go away. Now, no matter what you may think of this case, it is an open investigation. All right? And I want some of you to be ready. I think some of you are ready. But if Judge Scott McAfee in Fulton County dismisses the case today, and I'm serious, if he dismisses this case today, give me number 75, Diane. Deadline day. Now, Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee set a date. Today is the day that the attorney, what is the name of it? Let's see. The Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia. So in Georgia, we have a Prosecuting Attorneys Council, which sits under the Attorney General's office of the state of Georgia. And the Prosecuting Attorneys Council, they are to reassign a case. Now, this is for the Georgia Hour, but this is national because this is big today across the country. Now, when as they call it, the fake elector case came about, Burt Jones, the lieutenant governor of Georgia, was named in the case, but because Fani Willis held a fundraiser for Burt Jones's opponent during the lieutenant governor's case, the judge found that Fulton County could not try Burt Jones's case. She couldn't do it. So what happened is the case didn't go away. A lot of people thought, well, Burt Jones got out of it. Well, in a roundabout way, he did avoid the pain that most have gone through. And he did. He avoided the pain most have gone through. But I do understand why the judge said he could not be tried by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. That being said, his case went to the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia. So here's my hope. Today it dissolves. And the reason I bring up Burt Jones, the lieutenant governor of Georgia, is when his case, that was a single case, went to the Prosecuting Attorneys Council, nobody would touch it. Nobody picked it up. I mean, his case would have been easy for almost any judicial district in Georgia to pick up and prosecute, but they didn't. So that's why I have been hopeful that today will follow suit with what happened in Georgia with Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones's case in the RICO trial with Fani Willis. Now, if you don't know, Fani Willis was removed from the case. Fulton County, the Georgia Supreme Court, first and foremost, removed Wade. That was Judge Scott McAfee removed Wade. What's his name? Anyhow, her boyfriend from the case. It went further up. The Supreme Court of Georgia said Fulton County, or the appeals court, and she decided, I'm not going any further with it. She knows she's lost. So Fulton County District Attorney's Office, as many of you know, and this lady here, Fani Willis, have been removed from the case. Now, Judge Scott McAfee has the case in his office, Fulton County Superior Court judge. He gave the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia until today. Now, they can come back in, just so you know, everything is possible today. They could come back in. The Prosecuting Attorneys Council could come back in before Judge McAfee today and say, look, the time has expired, but we do have a judicial district. We think we'll take this. This could happen. This is just, and they just have to get more money in their budget, whatever. They could come back and ask for more time to find a judicial district. That's out there, but it's very doubtful it'll happen. Very doubtful. That won't happen. So when they go before the judge, we're watching two deadlines today. Well, I find it interesting. The AJC is watching two deadlines today. And you know why they're watching two deadlines today? Because they watch this show. No matter what they tell you, they have people assigned to watch this show. We are the ones that have kept up with the two deadlines. While the shutdown is going on and the Epstein file and what's really happening with MTG and Erica Kirk and whatever, we have stayed focused. We've kept our focus on this show about two deadlines. Now, the second deadline, we'll get to that in a moment. The first one is, will Judge McAfee dissolve this case? The second deadline is the Department of Justice. Comes together today. Now, remember, I told you this a long time ago. There was no coincidence. Diane, I'm going to want to keep 75 not up here, but get it back in just a moment. Number 3, and then we're going to go to 4. Remember, the Department of Justice sent a letter October 30th, 2025 to Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections. You will not be able to keep up with what is about to happen if the case is dismissed, like it should be. This came to the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections. It came on October 30th, 2025, from the Department of Justice, the Civil Rights Division, Harmeet Dillon. And basically, Harmeet Dillon says, we write you as a governing body charged with running elections in Fulton County, Georgia, and maintaining records. Do they have the ballots? So we know this is all tied together, folks. This is tied together. And you need to know this nationally because everyone else is going to talk about Epstein files and is J.D. Vance running for 2028 and is Marjorie Taylor Greene lost her mind and she's back on the Jewish space lasers. I don't know. This is my focus right now. We have waited on this in Georgia. This is for the good people that have never stopped fighting one single day. The Julie Adams out there, the Jason Frazier's, the David Cross, the Garland Favorito, the Scott Howard. I mean, I could go on and on and on. And please forgive me if I did not get your name on that list. You know who you are. There's great patriots you need to know out there from California to Minnesota to Texas to New York, because we have some New Yorkers who watch, all right? Connecticut. There's great patriots in Georgia that have never given up one day, because we know the 2020 election was stolen and we know the future. Why do we want to prosecute? Why do we want to uncover everything on this election? It's not 100% looking back. I mean, Biden has come and gone. Biden 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However many Joe Bidens wandered around the White House at night bumping into each other. That day's gone. I get it. But there has to be restoring integrity, restoring accuracy, restoring the truth for the American people in our elections. Now, this being said, Fulton County, you got to remember now, they don't care. So give me number 4. And the Harmeet Dillon, the Assistant Attorney General from the Civil Rights Division right here, and she gives them 15 days. The Civil Rights Division appreciates your prompt attention to this matter within 15 days. Do you have the ballots? We want to see them. Now, the state election board, this all ties together in Georgia. The state election board, right? The state election board is who has fought this battle. And the Joe Rossi case, 2023-025, we call it the Joe Rossi Kevin Moncla case, as you are hearing things heat up once again. Why now? They're heating up once again. You watch the state election board. God bless our Dr. Janice Johnston. If you're out there from sea to shining sea, pay attention. They made the motion and they sent a request to the Department of Justice. Here's our chance, right? Door can be open. Now, no matter what anyone may think, while an investigation was open, some things could be a problem. They had to wait for it to close. That's today. So today is November 14th. The deadline is up here. So let's go, first of all, to number 1. Don't forget, Fulton County, they know these deadlines are up. They know what's coming. They don't care. DOJ has fixation with 2020 election. Fulton chair says 5 years after Fulton County became entangled in fraud allegations over 2020 presidential election, the U.S. Department of Justice is now demanding the county officials turn over election record. They don't care. Now, let me tell you what they've done. They claim after 2020 a very successful 2022 election. They claim here in Georgia a very successful 2024 election in Fulton County. Right? They claim that. Then they had help from the Georgia Secretary of State's office out of what used to be senior counsel in the Secretary of State's office of Georgia with Brad Raffensperger, Ryan Germany. So there's a team that has come out of the Secretary of State's office with help internally to help Fulton County do everything to have, hopefully, a successful 2022-2024 so they can argue we don't see the problem. 140 violations were sent. Thousands of missing images, thousands, more than the phone call that day. Hey, Brad, you got 11,780, what was it, right? Started the ball rolling, right? Remember that? Oh, we have double. Dominion says there's no double. You can't double scan images. I think, just saying off the top of my head, we have a total 140 violations in 2020 in Fulton County. Oh, they got a slap on the wrist. Now, that being said, let's move on. Let's go back to the AJC number. Were you able to keep that? Because I can find it for you if you need to. So here's our second one. And we'll get to this right here. Here's our second thing. And I'm really looking forward to today. Now, second today is the last day of the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections to produce numerous records related to the 2020 election. The U.S. Justice Department asked for those records 2 weeks ago, but so far the county has ignored the request. Now, there's a reason why that the Department of Justice wrote the demand October 30th with a 15-day window, because that's today, the same day that the case should expire. Now, like I said, I would think they're going to dissolve the case today because, first of all, could the case go to another jurisdiction? Yes. So out there in America, the people that follow this, the case could go in Georgia to another judicial jurisdiction. It could. But that jurisdiction, I spoke to an attorney, district attorney, the other night. And I asked this district attorney, I said, could you turn this case down? And the district attorney said to me, yes, you could turn it down. You don't have to request it. I mean, you could turn it down. You could talk about the caseload that you have. You can send reason that you don't have enough attorneys on staff to handle the caseload that you have in your office. You would have to hire several more people, and you'd have to go back to your county for a multi-million-dollar bump in your budget to handle the case. So let me just say this. Regardless of what happens today, every single judicial district, almost every, I don't know a lot of the smaller ones in South Georgia and so forth, so far be it from me to speak out of turn, but every single judicial district in the state of Georgia has a major backlog of cases. I mean, smaller districts can have 5,000. larger like Gwinnett, Cobb, DeKalb, some of these larger counties could have as many as 50 and 60,000 cases in backlog, seriously. And so many of them in the criminal division and enormous numbers in the civil division. So what I'm saying is there's really not out of COVID, the backlog hit at COVID, and we've not cleaned our backlog up in the courts. I mean, our court system, and I'm not attacking anyone because I want to be clear. I do have some very good friends that work in the court system in the state of Georgia, but our court system in general is a disaster in the state. I don't know about yours. All right. So realistically, there should not be not a single judicial jurisdiction in this state take this case. So that all that being said, it should dissolve. Those are the two things. Now, a couple of quick things. I want to remind you of something. Remember, this is a national hero. If it dissolves or not, give me number 135. This is absolutely America, a national hero right here. Now, this is an attorney in Georgia, Ashley Merchant. This is Ashley Merchant. I'm not going to play all of it, but remember, this is a Georgia state committee that was questioning her about Fani Willis. Give me video 5. We'll play about 2 minutes. Video 5.
Signed under oath, you have to file it with Fulton County.
So how'd you learn about this relationship between Mr. Wade? I think this has been acknowledged now by both parties, correct?
It has, yes.
It's a dispute as to when it began, but it's acknowledged that they had I don't know if they still do, but at least had a romantic relationship.
Yes, that's
How'd you figure that out? How'd you find out?
So at first, I knew Mr. Wade and I knew Miss Willis, and a lot of people in the community were a little surprised to see Nathan, Mr. Wade handling this case. It was just, a lot of people said that, and so a lot of people were talking about that, and it was kind of surprising, because it's not really, he does a lot of law practice, but this isn't what you would imagine him doing.
Did you ever see him have other billings? How do you have time to represent anybody else when he's billing, 24 hours a day to Fulton County?
He has he had other people working for him. Like, he had a law student working for him for a while, and then he had a first-year associate. So I'm assuming that they would probably do whatever other work he had.
Did you ever look at his calendar? Did you have access to that to see if it matched up?
No, I didn't have access to his calendar, and I didn't have access to their like text messages. I mean, I was able to get get his geolocation data through subpoena, but the one thing that really struck me is if I was accused of something and I was saying I didn't do it, I would download my phone. They have a system that's called Celebrate, and Fulton County pays for it. City of Atlanta pays for it. It's literally a system that you can hook your phone into. I have an investigator that has it, and I have my clients do it all the time. You hook your phone up, and it can find deleted text. It can find everything, and you can limit it. You can say, I only want text with this person. So if I was being accused of having an affair with someone, and I said it didn't start until April, and someone else said it started in October, the easiest thing to do is to, download that phone. And for privacy concerns, you can file it under seal, but you could easily narrow it down and say, I want this timeline, I want all of our texts from, November of 2021, and it would easily tell whether or not they were romantic in nature.
Before I leave the billing issues, did you ever compare Floyd and Cross's bills to Wade's?
All right, so she discovered this. Give me 132, and I'm going to go for 132 to 33. Remember this, because I want you to remember this day. If this case dissolves like it should, I don't want you to forget this, all right? Because meet the badass lawyer who could blow up Trump's racketeering case over Fani Willis's sex secrets. Meet the pit bull Georgia attorney who could blow up Trump's racketeering case. Now, if this case is dissolved today, and I keep saying that, I got to put the if on it. I think at the end of the day, we're all going to be excited. Maybe Monday. I don't know. But Judge Scott McAfee, who presided over this case, This right here blew this up. This blew it up. Give me number 133. I got to highlight, if this case blows up today, we cannot go away without remembering that this lady right here, meet the badass lawyer, Ashley Merchant, first made headlines on January 8th after she filed a bombshell motion on behalf of her indicted client, GOP political operative Mike Roman. Now, she didn't even defend the top of this list. Give me 134. And let's see. Alleged that District Attorney Willis had an improper relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, whom Willis appointed and paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to. Now, that being said, give me number 90 so I can close. I'm gonna show you two things here. Number 90. Now, let's see. I got to pull it up over here. I can't see it on that screen. God bless Kathy Latham. I always say that. God bless Kathy Latham, an American hero. All right, Michael Roman. See, Trump campaign staffer. He's in the second row next to David Schaefer. By the way, I'm not a David Schaefer fan. Right there, second row. He's not Donald Trump. He's not Rudy Giuliani. He's not John Eastman. He's not Mark Meadows. Not Jana Ellis, the crybaby. Remember when she went in tears and cried? Remember when she stood up and made her plea and she was in tears? Damn, don't get me started here. Sidney Powell, the Kraken. Remember the Kraken? All right, so anyhow, and our good friend, God bless Harrison Floyd. God bless Harrison Floyd. Anyhow, and Stephen Lee, God bless all of them. Sean Still, the people on here that I know, and I know the president, that I really am saying God bless for. Believe it or not, I know some people, they don't like politicians, but State Senator Sean Still, Stephen Lee, the chaplain, Harrison Floyd, God bless you, and Kathleen Latham. All right. So that being said, right there's the list. Give me 87. Here's Fonnie Willis. And I had one here I wanted to show you. Don't forget. Yeah. Well, already had one there. So today, now remember, we found out something else with Fonnie Willis. She doesn't like wine. Remember? Video 7. She doesn't like wine.
Chores that you do, which are pretty expensive. I think I bought him. He likes wine. I don't really like wine, to be honest with you. I like Grey Goose.
She likes a Grey Goose. And by the way, remember she had her dress on backwards? That being said, now here's the kicker, and let's go to break so we can get to the $10,000. Everybody, here's $10,000 for you and $10,000 for you. Wow, I don't know. And I have questions for you today, being Friday, that I need answers on. Let me ask you, let me say this. Don't forget, an open investigation is not subject, you ready, to open records request. If Judge Scott McAfee dissolves this case today, it is subject to open records request. The entire file can be opened up. So today, what will the DOJ do? What will Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee do? And I think today we've waited. It's time, Pam Bondi. It's time to move. It's time to act. It's time to arrest someone. We'll be back in 5.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
You know, we have people that never want to hear 2020 again. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot gloss over 2020. Folks, let me just say this. Well, first of all, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Joe Biden got installed into the White House. Is it Lisa Monaco? I mean, Susan Rice, Jake Sullivan, Anthony Blinken. I mean, I don't have time. It's a 2-hour show. And I don't say this for a joke. I'm being very serious. I mean, we're not for sure if Joe Biden was there. We're not for sure if Jill was holding his hand and making, seriously, I mean, this guy, what day did they have to put the spare Biden, the stunt double? You realize Joe Biden's stunt double only had to be able to walk. Can you walk, climb a flight of steps, and ride a bike? How many times did they call up to the presidential quarters, the residence, and Jill say he just can't do it? And they say, but we have something on the calendar. It has to look like he's here. He can't do it. Get me Biden 3. Biden 3, please. I don't know. I really don't. And that's not the basis of the show today. They printed $6 trillion. They put the CHIPS Act in place. They put the infrastructure bill in place. They exploded the Obamacare subsidies by billions and billions of dollars. I mean, they spent billions of dollars in Ukraine, which we know we'll talk about in a minute. Nothing but corruption over there. And it's not so much that Donald Trump was the guy on the ballot. The election was stolen. I mean, so for those that never want to hear 2020 again, wrong place. Hey, Diane, I need a picture. I could not find one. I don't need it now. I need it for the Georgia Hour. I need a picture of the Gilmer County Board of Education main office there on the corner, the Taj Mahal that they got, that the Board of Education main office. I need a picture of that place. I couldn't find one online. All right, so I have some questions for you. And I have to have interaction from you. I'm not joking. Now, I just want to highlight, I think I want to do, excuse me, because my mom's going to get upset, but I think I want to do on Fridays like the dumbass of the week. Yeah, I think every Friday I want to have a dumbass of the week. Who is the number one dumbass of the week? I'm sorry. I mean, and then I think what I want on Fridays is the hero of the week. Now, that's a big word. That's large. But I think we could do that. And I think I want to do on Fridays the unnamed, like the people you don't see on the national news. I did one yesterday. We'll move it over to Friday. We'll let him be the hero of the week again. All right. And I know hero is very strong, but I think we'll have one. And then dumbass, because I already got my dumbass of the week. Anyhow, I gotta get moving. I want to know from you. First of all, we know this right here, right? We showed you this yesterday. Give me 28. Now, Ukraine. We're going to do this rapidly. This is over. This is over. Did Putin and Donald Trump talk about this in Alaska? The whole thing with Ukraine has to be over, okay? This corruption scandal, you can go look at it, is enormous. Number 29. We brought this to you yesterday. We know all along how corrupt Ukraine is and what is happening there. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give you a couple of these to go to. Number 61. Now, this is from a Ukrainian website. This is not our local news. But they had to. Corruption investigation reveals startling link between defense company, Firepoint, Zelensky's associate. Now, the people are freezing to death. This guy is like, what is he, in charge of energy or something? I forget exactly what his title is. And this is a partner of Zelensky's, right? The investigation journalism project of Radio Free Europe. Let's see. Anti-corruption courts hearing. I'm trying to figure out, he's the energy, something like energy czar or something. I'm not for sure. But here's the thing. The people in Ukraine are freezing to death. They really are. I mean, Vladimir Putin, this guy, Vladimir Putin has taken out most of the electricity, the energy in the country. These people are literally freezing to death, right? And they don't want to fight. Give me number 62. They don't want to fight. Show you this in a moment, right? As an ongoing large-scale corruption scandal is rocking Ukraine, all right, suspects keep revealing new details. These people are starting to give up, give up in general. Number 63. And in the interest, you can go look all this up. I forget the name of the website I use. 2 Ukrainian ministers implicated in major corruption scandal step down. This is November 12th, 2025. This is not 5 years ago. This is not when Poroshenko or whatever his name is used to be president. Now you got to understand, Zelensky put martial law in place. There's no elections. He's a dictator. No elections. He's traveled the entire world. He has let his people starve, freeze, right? Russia has won this war. These people are, it's a laundromat. It's a very corrupt country. Very corrupt. Now, Vladimir Putin, some people get upset and think, well, you've taken his side. No, but it's pretty bad when Russia and Vladimir Putin say, hey, America, how come you don't want to help us clean the corruption out of this country when you know it's there? Exactly, right? So we have foreign minister involved. Now, this is one that's really going to, let's go ahead, give me CNN. CNN touched on it just a little bit, all right? Just a little bit. I have something here from CNN. Where is it at? 122 and 23. 122, right? CNN touched on it a little bit. I don't know how deep they'll go into this, right? Now, I'm going to show you something right there. And the next one, 123. Kickbacks from contractors. Look, folks, we don't talk about it as a country. Our podcasters have quit talking about it. I mean, Colonel, what's his name? McGregor. We don't highlight him enough. We've had people telling us this for God knows how long. And telling us that our weapons are showing up on the black market. And we know this guy here, the partner of Zelensky, traveling to Israel. We actually have heard, I don't know, about things of military, right? Some of our military arms have gone from our weapons from Ukraine to the third world on the black market, and they're down there in Mexico pointed at us from cartels. Can't make any of that up. And we know it. Now, the last thing I'll say on Ukraine, and the reason this is not front and center on MSNBC and ABC, and Zelensky's not being flown over here to be on, Face the Nation, is look at this right here. I follow all this foreign stuff, so I have it here somewhere. Hang tight, won't take but a second. Give me number 55. I don't know, what is he, the chancellor? I don't know what they are. I got prime ministers, I got presidents, I've got chancellors. But here's Germany, right? Coming across Poland. Chancellor, in a call today, I asked Ukrainian president to ensure that young Ukrainian men do not return to Germany in growing numbers, but serve in their own country where they're needed. Now, 56. Zelensky tells Zelensky men should stay home and fight. They should stay home and fight. Zelensky, what's going on? 54. Last one. from the Telegraph. Almost 100,000 young men flee Ukraine in 2 months. Almost 100,000 fighting age Ukrainian men have left the country in the past 2 months after Vladimir Zelensky eased departure rules. What? Poland's border guard said 90,000 Ukrainian men aged 18 to 29 had crossed the frontier, the primary route out of the country. Macron standing over there saying he wants to put French troops in there. Asking us if we're going to put troops on the ground. Their people are leaving, starved, hungry, cold, freezing. Why are we allowing this level of corruption to take place? I mean, you know, how come the poor citizens of Ukraine, I mean, you know, all we have heard from the EU, Brussels, all we have heard from the Biden administration, many in the Congress, is how courageous the people of Ukraine are to want to keep a sovereign, independent Ukraine. I want those same people talk about the poor seniors, the poor older women, the poor children in Ukraine that are hungry, that are cold, that the war, they're just exhausted. But God forbid we do that, because we've got to keep it going because of the EU, the UK, the corruption there. Not $1, not one missile. Zelensky's got to go immediately. We must have elections. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. What do you say? When I come back, I want to know Epstein files. Give me your opinion. Yes, no, let it go, pursue it, put them all out there for everyone to read. I mean, really, give me your opinion. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
I can't, Diane, I can't complain because I asked. I can't complain, right? I shouldn't have asked if I didn't want to know. I sent you a picture. Could you get the picture? And so I got a couple here. Okay, ready? So I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Friday morning, November 14th. Big day, big day. Big day. I'm this is it for me. I'm just telling you. Right now, November 14th, the RICO case gets dissolved. The Department of Justice comes in. The open records start flowing. People start going to jail. The cover-up gets exposed. I mean, I know you feel like, well, all you've talked about this morning for the most part is Georgia. Well, there you go. So, did I send that to you? If you don't have it, it's good. I have a picture I thought I sent to you. But as you well know, God knows where I sent it. I may not have sent it to you. Now, the Epstein files. Make elections secure again. Don't you love that hat? The stolen button. I have to ask you out there, where did you get that stolen button? Where did that stolen button come from? Make elections secure again. Stolen. I like that button on that side. Take that down. So the Epstein files. So I just want to know because, all right, something's wrong. That's the only thing. Something's wrong. Number 27. Gonna knock a couple numbers out here, Diane. 27. So I will say this. None of the reporting thus far, none of the reporting and what's been released incriminates Donald Trump. Okay. Do I think Trump was a little too close to the situation? We'll talk about that on another day. Do I think Trump? I don't think you should knowingly be aware of a pedophile or someone raping young girls and saying not my problem. I'm not saying that President Trump said that, but we don't have anything right now. I mean, NBC, ABC, NBC has reported that they have no evidence that Trump has done any wrongdoing. The young lady that committed suicide, I hated to hear that. The victim that committed suicide said that Donald Trump, she never seen Donald Trump do anything inappropriate. I think that's even in her memoirs or whatever it's called in her book. That being said, who are they protecting? Now, I'm serious. Who are they protecting? Are they protecting someone? I mean, because the media is not going to let it go. They're not going to let it go. They're not. And I will say this. I smell impeachment in the air. Yes. It has a November fragrance about it called 2026. Yes, I smell impeachment in the air. Give me number 91. Will Republicans continue pursuit of the Epstein files? Number 94, MSNBC, White House official describes House Epstein vote as a losing battle for Trump. 95, House effort to force vote on releasing Epstein file can advance. Number 96, Trump ramps up pressure on GOP to thwart Epstein file. We'll get that one in a minute, that one in a minute. We're gonna get into the 107 GOP lawmakers at White House talk Epstein files. Oh, I got another Friday segment. We got three Friday segments. I'll give you the third one. Dumbass of the week, hero of the week, and I got one more. You'll have to vote throughout the week. Here's Trump 110. The Democrats are trying to bring up Jeffrey Epstein hoax again. They'll do anything to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown. Number 116, CNN at 5 a.m. this morning. Epstein files fallout. This is the picture they love, 5 a.m. 117. They love this one with Melania. 118, 5:01 this morning. CNN, House vote is expected next week. Now, it'll go over to the Senate. What happens in the Senate? Oh, yeah, Mitch McConnell would just love, or what? Wait a minute. So we'll get to that momentarily. Let's see what else we have here on the Epstein number 103. So we do know this, and here's all I want to know. I want to know this, and I'm going to get to some of yours. Is that 103? Is that 103? Or 130? Diane, you know I meant 130. You knew that. You knew that. You knew I meant 130. I threw it over to you. 130. Thank you, Diane. Trump sought to keep Bobart to drop her name from Epstein discharge position. Now, she is not going to say they put pressure on her. She's been interviewed. She said there was no pressure. But Pam Bondi, the assistant, what's his name? Todd, whatever. Is it Blanchard or whatever his name is, DOJ, and Pam Bondi pulled her in and asked her to remove her name. What's up? I mean, Trump is not named in anything. Now, the Democrats had these emails for God knows how long. So we got to put down when we're talking about this that, Merrick Garland, Christopher Wray, the corrupt side of the Biden administration had the Epstein file for 4 years. We know that. We know Acosta down in Florida, when he cut Epstein a sweetheart deal, ended up, right? Housing and urban development, whatever, one of Trump's secretaries in his administration. In the first Trump administration. So you got to put all this out here. You just got to be honest about it. So is Trump covering up for someone? You cannot put your head in the sand. Now, am I supporting 100%? Let me give you a couple of these. Epstein files. Hell yes, I want them released. Okay. I got a hell yes. I'm going to save this one that's very logical, well written. Let me see what I have over here on this bat phone over here. Let's see. The more the left screams Epstein files, the less I care about them. The one thing we do know for a fact is Trump was not a predator. Okay, I have that. But my question to you is, just release him. Only one who cooperated with the FBI to take him down. What is being said, I don't know if an actual list really exists. If it does, who's on it? But if it does, I don't care if these reps are also on it. They all should be exposed. Okay? I get it. I get it. I like that picture. Some sources cannot be disclosed. Now, one more and we're going to move along. I love the interaction here of you guys here. Let's see what I got here. Had one. Hold on. I like this one here. This is a good one. The Epstein situation must be put to rest. How do we do that? Okay. If this stays out in the public with no final resolution, it will continue to be used against Trump's administration and flow into next year. 100%. For the midterms, which I believe will be disastrous for conservatives. I have heard both sides release the information or keep it hidden, and I honestly don't know which one would be the best decision. So I will tell you this, it doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. I'm not a Thomas Massey. You know, I met him one time briefly. I know his chief of staff very well. I know Thomas Massey's chief of staff very well. He's from Georgia. I know his chief of staff. I know Marjorie Taylor Greene has in the past, once or twice, not to quote her, that Thomas Massey was her constitutional conscience or something like that. She looked to him for decisions a lot of times on voting. So I don't know about Bobart. I know Nancy Mace is running for governor of South Carolina. I think if anyone's name, it looks like, and I'll just tell you and move on, it looks like Trump is covering for someone. If he's not named there, or if he is not a pedophile, I say that, but he was witness to something. I don't know. But it's brought up. The base wants it. What say you? I'd love to hear more of your thoughts. Now, that being said, let me go with this. I don't want to go with that one right now. Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm going to get to it, but what was in the shutdown? We didn't get anything. So you do know that, right? We got zero in the whole shutdown. You and I, the American people, we got zero. But how about this? What do you think of this? Number 78. Now, the piles of bullshit, I mean, you have to be able to do the high jump. Seriously, like you got to be able to jump to get over. Some TSA agents get 10,000 bonus. What? Here's a check for you. A check for you. What? What? Well, they did go to work. Okay. And some of them worked double shifts, meaning they got double pay, right? Well, yeah. Are they getting paid? Yeah. I don't know. What say you? Give me, that is ABC, Atlanta News First, number 83, Atlanta News, $10,000 check. Kristi Noem in Atlanta, here she is, number 84. First of all, I never want to come with the full, but I am. I don't like her. I do not like her. Okay? Corey Lewandowski likes her. Corey Lewandowski likes her in all the wrong ways. That's a Corey Lewandowski pick. Corey Lewandowski is actually running the Department of Homeland Security behind the scenes. Here's you a check. Here's you a check. Did you get a check in the back? I brought an extra one. Who wants a check? Now, for days on end, they couldn't find the money to fill the SNAP cards, right? And on days on end, they couldn't legally take the money from one place to another. I mean, over and over, CNN 120. Here's everybody getting a check. Get a check. You want a check? Here's a check. Right? Days on end. And just like that, I can't stand political stunts. She's handing out $10,000. You know, if we were reporting this morning how the American people have just saved $1 trillion, right? The economy's going well. Interest rates are down. Budget negotiations are on track to cut waste, fraud, and abuse. We got nothing. I mean, nothing. Take a break. We'll be right back.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Divorce is tough, but your finances don't have to be. I'm David Cross, and I'm a certified divorce financial analyst practitioner. My job is to help you get a fair financial settlement in your divorce and to guide you to smarter money decisions. Find out how we can help you. U.S. Asset Management. It's your money and your future.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on Voice of RuralAmerica.com. Good morning, Diane. Yesterday I was talking to Diane. I sent you a video. I marked it V8. V8. I could have had a V8. Put that together for me. I'm going to want that in a minute, please. Also, Diane, while we're talking, you remember yesterday during the Georgia Hour, we had the state election board meeting teed up and we were breaking it down, and I told you to hold that time spot for today. Did you do that? Because I can get it back over to you if you have that, because I didn't put it in the videos today. If you have that queued up where we left off yesterday, just let me know. If not, I'll help put it together. I just thought about it. The Georgia Hour at 10 o'clock. We're going to continue to break down the Huh? Okay. Thank you, Diane. We're going to continue to break down the Georgia Board of Elections because I've talked to you over and over the importance. We opened up with that this morning, and we're going to make sure that what we opened with, Diane, well, I've got enough for the Georgia Hour, but we're gonna remind you need to go and listen to that. So moving right along, I want to add something here. Okay, so it's Friday, and I like to have some fun, but I did. Maybe I'm out of line. Let me know what you think. Okay, but I think I see things and I'm like, I can't help it. I'm like, what a dumbass, And I can't help it. So I want to do Dumbass of the Week, and then I want to do Hero of the Week, and then here's one I want to do. I want to do this one, all right? And always remember, never forget, I did not call this. I didn't. Wasn't me. You cannot blame me for this right here. Give me number. Where the heck's it at? Wait a minute. I'm going to get it for you. Oh, I know where it's at now. Hang on. We're going to get it. So, right slap. I had it in the middle here. 108. I want to do this one on Friday. So Friday, sorry, Mom, going to do it. Dumbass of the Week. Number 2, Hero of Week. And then who? I'm writing this down because we're going to do a graphic and everything. Who is on the fat shot? Now, I'd prefer to stay if you want to get into celebrities or personally, don't pick on your local. We're not going to pick on anybody local, but politicians, okay? Politicians, elected officials, people, activists, maybe. I don't know. But you can send us throughout the week. You got to have a picture. You got to have a before and after. Yeah, I want to do who's on the fat shot. Donald Trump said, I did not say that. I did not say that. Remember, Trump said his friend, very prominent businessman, was over in London and said, why am I able to buy the fat shot? Right? Just saying. I'm not on the fat shot. Maybe I should get on it. So I want to do who's on the fat shot. Now, that being said, H1, what are they? HB1 visa. All right. Do you think we should totally shut this down? Give me video 8. The Epstein files.
Why is this so important to you?
It's for the victims. These women have been waiting, some of them for decades. I talked to several victims that were raped by Jeffrey Epstein back in the 90s. And so this is information that has needed to come out for a very long time. And the American people have demanded it. And so the American people deserve to see transparency from their government. Rich, powerful people should not be protected. That is completely wrong. And it's a message to victims everywhere, victims of rape, human trafficking, and children who are trapped in terrible situations, that the government will not protect the predators, that we will work hard to protect the victims.
So, Congresswoman, that all sounds reasonable. A lot of people agree with you. And so the question comes to mind, why is GOP leadership and the president himself so opposed to letting these files be released? As the Wall Street Journal put it, he looks like he has something to hide, even if he doesn't. So put on your political hat here. Why is he so opposed?
Well, you know, I've talked to many of the women, and the women themselves have said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong. And even their attorney said that Donald Trump was the only one that helped them. So I'll just being very honest with you, it's something that I don't understand. I think it's a huge miscalculation. And I truly just stand with the women, and I think they deserve to be the ones that we're fighting for.
What say you? Just putting it out there. Give me number 64. What say you about this here? I'm introducing a bill to end the mass replacement of American workers by aggressively phasing out H-1B visa program. Now, this is something many of you will, you're not real thrilled about. Number 74. She's from Georgia. She's a congresswoman from Georgia. She is laying the groundwork for something here. But look at, this is the AJC Help Wanted. President Trump is using Georgia's Hyundai plant as an example why the country should keep its H-1B visa program, setting off another public spat with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, the Hyundai plant in Georgia, that is tied to Brian Kemp. Just saying. More on that. Now, number 76, lower grocery prices. I have to tell you, this is where the administration doesn't look. Lower grocery prices. 77, trade deals. Trade deals to set lower coffee and fruit prices. Argentina, Ecuador, El Salvador, and Guatemala. Not Brazil. Right? Not Brazil. So lower grocery prices. And, would you not 113. New promise to bring down coffee and fruit prices. So most Americans drink coffee. Is that the only thing worth talking about? I get it. I get it. And I get that it bothers you that I actually talk about coffee. There's a lot more going on, but I would say this. I think, let me tell this person to text me. I think, I don't know, I think coffee should be pretty high on the list to take care of for me. Affordable Care Act, 103, as they call it. Don't forget, we showed you this week, right? The subsidies. I have it here. Give me 115, right? Don't forget now, because we didn't get anything. Don't forget, in 2020, right around the 10 million mark. Right around the 10 million mark. This is why 2020, you see 2020? The shutdown today, what happened in 2021, all the way to 2025. Folks, right here, this graph on the screen, along with others, is why 2020, that is a marker that we cannot let go of. I mean, 2021, the COVID era, what they did to our children, stealing an election. All right, here's what some think. You won't shut up about stealing an election. You won't shut up about ballots. You won't shut up about Fulton County. No, you're missing it. If that's all you're getting out of it, you're missing it. Right there on the screen. I have to tell you, I'll never forget standing at a Dollar General to get a pack of gum with 2 pieces of chain hanging from the acoustical, holding up a piece of plexiglass in front of me like the COVID can't go around. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget a courthouse where one person came to work. This is a true story. And the person that came to work was in contact. Remember that bullshit? Were you in contact? In contact with someone maybe 3 days ago over here. They shut the courthouse down and spent 60-some thousand. This is no lie. Here in Georgia, 60-some thousand to wipe it down with Clorox. Not a joke. Closed it for 72 hours. All over the country. Schools closed. Reading proficiency for our children. Don't understand why our children are whacked out and someone may shoot someone. We stuck our kids in a basement. I can on. The schools that did not open, but the teachers union, that lady out in Chicago, these people stealing millions of dollars. Minnesota, millions of dollars. Healthcare, millions of dollars. Just stealing it. We printed it so fast. They look at the graph. And now, what are we at? We got nothing. Every time I turn around, they say pre-COVID spending, 2020. All we're asking is to go to pre-COVID spending levels. They can't. they'll collapse. Yes, they stole so much money. If they don't keep the drug coming in, they'll collapse. And that's the money that they're printing. Look at 2021, 10 million. Now, up to 2025, people 400% over. 400% over. Right? 400% over the poverty limit or number on the ACA. And the government paying any premium they send into the government, they pay it. Trump. So, what a week. What a week. Now, but they cover it up because here is what they call the good news, right? Here's the good news. Hold tight. I'm going to have too much for Georgia, but we're going to power through. I want to thank you for sending me the appropriation documents that I can read. I've been reading them. I just can't put them up right now. I do have them, but I can't run them right now. But I don't want to go without saying thank you for the appropriations documents. Now, we're the only ones that's really showed you the Ukraine collapse this morning. How about this here? In the deal, weed 79. Limit on THC gummies, drinks threaten the industry. This is a problem with our government. I mean, this is ridiculous, a hemp farmer says. Number 80, limits on. All right, so, Mom, if you're watching, turn off the TV. Turn off the TV. Look. I'm not advocating anything. I have grandchildren. I do not believe in drugs. I don't. I don't care if they blow every drug boat out of the water. I know that gets me in trouble. What if there's innocent people on that drug boat? Well, you know what? Now, legalizing marijuana. Legalizing marijuana. Are you, what was the other one? Where's the drinks? Is that the next picture in line? What's the drinks, the gummies and stuff? There you go. Thank you. I absolutely know nothing about this. Okay. Now, how do I put this? First of all, if any of my grandchildren are watching, get them away from the TV. Mom, don't get all bent out of shape. But don't smoke government weed. Don't do it. I mean, what do you think? I went to visit my cousin in Michigan, and I crossed the state line from Ohio, Toledo, right? On the interstate, Toledo, I crossed the state line in Michigan, and it was billboard after billboard. This exit, weed. This exit, weed. This exit, the best gummies in the world. I was like, what the heck? Right? Look, all I'm going to say is back in the 70s, we'll just call it the 70s just to be doing it. You know, a guy, you get a three finger lid, no government spray on it, right? You go in, pack of jokers. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But man, these drinks, the gummies, I have to tell you, I got a friend, he calls me up, he says, look, I got this, yeah, he's a friend, okay, I get this weed, I got it from the shop, it's something, and man, it is, no way, do not smoke government weed. Don't do it. I don't know why I'm going off on this, but gummies. I'm not saying that, I have a friend of mine. Let me tell you something. I have a friend of mine that the daughter seizures had so many seizures a day. And when she started taking the gummies, certain gummies, her seizures were cut by 2/3. Number 128, Trump's going to bring down the price of coffee. 127, I know I'm going to get in trouble. I do not smoke weed. I do not smoke weed. I do not drink beer. I do not drink wine. I do not drink hard liquor. I smoke cheap cigars. That's what I do. There you go. Trump hopes the trade agreement to bring down is bananas and coffee. Can you hear me now? 127, Verizon. Verizon to cut 15,000 jobs. Now, you have to pay attention. I told you it's Friday. I didn't do this last Friday, and it really upset me because I think no matter everything going on, all the noise, we have to enjoy ourselves. Now, if you don't watch the screen, you don't get the facial expressions, and you got to try to figure out who these people, who they're impersonating. All right. And I think it's cute and I think it's fun. And I do it every Friday except for last Friday. I forgot. Give me video 6.
Guarantee to Americans that travel is going to go back to normal once the government all the air
It'll
travel
go better
delays.
than normal. You know why?
When the government reopens.
Yeah, sure. It'll be much better than normal because we're buying the most sophisticated avionics and technology for our control towers, and we didn't have that. We had a guy named Buttigieg. Edge, they say is the best way. Just say 2 edges, like off the edge of a cliff, which is where they were taking us, by the way. Edge was the Secretary of Transportation, and he spent billions of dollars trying to patch together our air traffic control system, which was a conglomeration of all different systems in all different cities. They had hundreds of companies working on it, and they were spending billions of dollars. And when they turned it on, it didn't work. It didn't even work a little bit. That's why you had a helicopter crashing into an airplane, that if we had a great system, bells and whistles would have started going off. So we are now in the process. We're in final bids of getting the finest system anywhere in the world. I've analyzed it. Sean Duffy has been working really hard on it, doing a fantastic job, by the way. And over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be handing out the finest air traffic control system anywhere in the world. All the towers will be equipped. They were going copper wire into glass wire into other types of wire. And if you knew anything, copper wire doesn't work with glass. Glass doesn't work with other substances. And they spent billions of dollars, and when they turned it on, nothing happened. Okay? We're getting the most sophisticated, all brand new. Every control tower will have the same exact system. It'll be the most sophisticated system by far in the world. And what we've done is we've looked around other countries and we've taken the absolute best systems in every different form, because there are different, you have lots of different companies like IBM and Raytheon and a lot of great companies. They're all bidding, and we're going to pick the best one, and it'll get built relatively quickly, and we are going to have the greatest air traffic control system anywhere in the world.
You got it. I'm waiting. The coffee mug. the coffee mug, right? You got the coffee mug on the desk. Buttigieg, just two edges. I have to tell you, I really enjoy that. You know, I don't know the side of me that I don't know if people know, but I love comedy. I absolutely love comedy. And there's no sitcoms anymore. It's over. The day of sitcoms is over. I want a sitcom where they just say things, right? Anyhow, sitcoms over, comedy, dumb movies, but I think it's very important to laugh, joke around, and have fun. I'm not political 7 days a week, although that's political. Not everything is political. Not everything is political. I'm telling you, find something you enjoy and do it. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. It's time for the Georgia Hour. We're going to break down a couple more things. Let me make sure I did not leave anything out this morning that I had on the list here. 109, top hit. This is not a real person. Not a real person, right? Got it? Not a real person. AI. AI. In a minute, AI see you. In 12 minutes, top of the hour, Georgia Hour. Diane, let's take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCar Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Big investment firms can lock out average people with their large account minimums. At U.S. Asset Management, we believe everyone should have access to experienced professional advice. And I have over 30 years of experience. Put us to work for you today. It's your money and your future. Build your retirement plan with U.S. Asset Management.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Big investment firms can lock out average people with their large account minimums. At U.S. Asset Management, we believe everyone should have access to experienced professional advice. And I have over 30 years of experience. Put us to work for you today. It's your money and your future. Build your retirement plan with U.S. Asset Management.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience.
Good morning, folks. Good morning. Glad to have you here for another hour dedicated to Georgia politics that we call the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour. It's 11/14/2025. Brought to you by voiceofruralamerica.com. I'm your host, BKP, and I appreciate Diane and I bring this together. She has the videos ready. She has the pictures ready. She finds things on the fly. A big day in Georgia, very big day for a couple reasons. And I'm going to make this brief because we've got a lot to look at. This morning at 8 a.m., when I opened up, I did a full 30-minute segment on Fonnie Willis, Judge McAfee, the DOJ, Harmeed Dillon's letter, and the expiration date on the RICO case. So we're not going to do another 30 minutes because we have a lot to do today. But if you go to our Voice of Rural America channel on Rumble. Go to Rumble, Voice of Rural America. Today, you will be able to look at the first 30 minutes. It'll be named. Diane gets them uploaded sometimes around noon. It's a lot of work. They start coming up, but the first 30 minutes of today's program at 8 o'clock this morning is a full detail of what's going on in Fulton County as far as today. So that being said, our abbreviated version, it's a very big day because today is the day that we're watching 2 things. And this show right here, we've been very clear. We've not taken our eye off the ball. Give me number 75. This is where today is the day where we're watching two things of very big importance. Now, one, it's deadline day, meaning, Diane, I want 75, but let's go here. So number one, I'm gonna want to keep 75 intact, but the first one is, who is replacing? First, we should find out who is replacing Fulton County District Attorney Willis in the 2020 election interference case involving President Donald Trump. I don't like that sentence because the AJC is insinuating who will replace her. So we know that the Prosecuting Attorneys Council, Superior Court Judge of Fulton County, gave them, today's a deadline, to name a prosecuting attorney for the RICO case, or it just dies on the vine. Over. So we feel the Prosecuting Attorney Council of Georgia could appoint a prosecutor from elsewhere in the state, a private attorney, a staff member from the council, or even himself. So, as you can see, the AJC has their hopes on they'll do something, right? Now, I said this in the opening. My take is they will dissolve this case. And I'll tell you why. Because no one has the time, money, resources, staff that they want to put towards this case. Number one, the state of Georgia, every judicial district in the state of Georgia, every state court, every court system is overloaded right now. Our court system in Georgia was way overloaded before this case came up, right? And post-COVID, our court system is on the brink. The really last thing we should be doing is taking courtroom time, judges' time, attorneys away from the cases they could be looking at for the citizens in their county, the taxpayers. That's number one. Number two, Burt Jones. And what does that matter? Because in the original list, right, in the original list, number 90 of the potential people to be indicted, here's the indicted group. God bless our friend Kathy Latham. I'm pausing. I'm going to refrain from making some comments. But I'm going to give two. Well, I should give more, but God bless Harrison Floyd, the guy that Fonnie Willis put in jail and would not give a bond deal for several days. And God bless our friend Kathy Latham. Moving along. Boom. This is over today. And the reason I say that is Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones was on this list to be prosecuted in Fulton County. But because, remember, don't forget, because Fonnie Willis held a fundraiser for an opponent of Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, then candidate for Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, she was disqualified by the courts of prosecuting Burt Jones. That case did not go away. They just couldn't find anybody to take the case. So with the precedence of Burt Jones's case that never got picked up and got dissolved, I feel this is the same thing. But as you can see, the AJC is cheering today that this case will not be dissolved. We want this case dissolved, number 89, because as soon as it's dissolved, open records. You cannot do open records on a case that has. You can't do open records on a case that is currently a live investigation. You can't do it. But once a case is closed, it's no longer considered an open investigation. Open records apply. You could send, if this case dissolves today, you could send an open records for the entire file this afternoon. Absolutely. And they have to give it to you. So this is going to get interesting. So that's happening. Now, the other thing I said at 8 a.m., and I want you to go watch that. It's very important because I put a lot into that one. But the other thing I said is the Department of Justice, they needed this case to end. Realistically, I had some people argue this with me. they could not step in and start moving to the next level in Georgia until this RICO case is closed. It could get convoluted. It could cause problems. Now, the second thing, going back to the AJC, as you can see, the AJC has hopes that they'll still be prosecuting Trump and everyone here. Let me see, where's that AJC at? I had that number up here. 75. Thank you, Diane. The second one today that we're watching, deadline, big day in Georgia. Second today is the last day for Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections to produce numerous records related to the 2020 election. Now, there's no coincidence that Harmeet Dillon wrote that letter to Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections to expire the same day as this case. It's not a coincidence. It's what's the way it was set up. The U.S. Justice Department asked for those records 2 weeks ago, but Fulton County said, well, maybe they didn't do that. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't know what they did, but they ignored it. They don't care. They don't care. So that's happening. Now, what is that? Let's go here. Remember, the Georgia State Election Board. There's a lot brewing. Well, wait a minute. Give me number 5. Just to pick this up. There's a lot brewing in this SHI asterisk storm. A lot brewing. Yes. The State Election Board, folks. Oh, yeah. I think there's a storm brewing, right? The cover-up in Georgia. I think it's going to be enormous. Nothing stops us after today. If Scott McAfee, if they move that case along, well, then again, I'm not going to mention any names right now. Take that down. Number 3, don't forget, this letter went out. Now, what prompted this letter? Because the cover-up is enormous of what's going on over in Fulton County, Board of Registration and Elections, Election Monitor Ryan Germany, just saying, Ryan, Ed Lindsay, just saying. Secretary of State's office, just saying, right? John Fevier, whatever your name is, just saying. Now, what prompted this letter? October 30th, 2025, to Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections is a vote that was taken at the Georgia State Board of Elections asking the DOJ to help them. Because don't forget, we've got case number. Every day we're going to put it out here because, I wouldn't go this alone. I would not go this alone. Where's it at? I had it here a minute ago. Is it 2023-025? Is that it? I got to make sure I got it here. What's the number? 2023-025. Okay? I wouldn't go this alone. But Dr. Janice Johnston, Janelle King, patriots out there, I'm not going it alone. I'm just following it up. Because, see, we have the case we've always called the Joe Rossi, Kevin Monkla case, 2023-025, in the cover-up that's taken place. And I have to tell you, that case is considered closed. I'm going to tell you what the motion I think should be made, and I sure hope so in the next meeting. But the State Election Board said, hey, can you help us? We got Fulton County over here. We got a cover-up. We've got a county that, we have 140 violations, duplicate scanned ballots missing. We got a whole list. They filed. Now, just so you know, all the proper paperwork, meaning in the court, was filed to preserve the documents. Keep this in mind nationally. If you're out there and you're following Fulton County and the ballots, the proper court filings were put in place at the right time to preserve the evidence. So, according to what was filed in the court, and the court mandated, they should be there. But Fulton County can't decide. Julie Adams asked the other day at a meeting, they can't decide whether they have them, they don't have them. Clerk of court of Fulton County has them. Maybe the sheriff has them. Maybe animal control has them. We don't know. Keep in mind, legally, the documents should be there. Now, you're going to hear a lot of podcasters, okay? They're going to talk about they're not there. The cover-up. So, that being said, the State Election Board of Georgia requested the Department of Justice, hey, help us out here. Ed Martin knows what's going on. And the letter was written saying, hey, we need you to produce all these documents. Fulton County doesn't care. Now, and then number 4, they said, hey, you know what? You've got 15 days. Right there. Paragraph, the Civil Rights Division appreciates your prompt attention to this matter within 15 days. So everything comes due today. We'll talk about that just a little more at the back end, because we're going to go back in to the State Election Board. Now, before we go, how do you feel about deep fakes and politics? All right. Deep fakes and politics. Now, when you see this picture, I want to show you number 16. This is not what I'm talking about, because in this picture, you will see very deep fake real people. Josh McCune is deep fake. Debbie Do-Naster, Do-Shits, whatever her name is. She's got a running a tracksuit on there. Got her Adidas ready to make phone calls. She is a deep fake Republican. Mama Frost back there. There's Cue Ball in the center. This is like a family picture. Mongo. I always love when we have a Mongo sighting. Mongo's right there. Now, that's not the deep fake I'm talking about, so take that down. I know sometimes you might think. Now, when we say deep fake, number 17, I just have to set the ground here of the difference in a deep fake, right? Deep fake Republicans. Just saying. Now, take that down. So, in Georgia, we have right here, give me, I could go deep fake. I could use deep fake like all day. So number 72, this is John Ossoff. And John Ossoff, the current senator, Democrat senator, oh, Lord, that Brian Kelp helped us get here. Ossoff pledges not to use deep fake campaign videos while Collins digs in. 73. AI attacks. Now, I want to know from you, because we're going to play this. And here is Buddy Carter and Mike Collins and Derek Dooley. Now, everything is set. Everything is set to continue to elevate. Even Rent-A-Brother. I'll show you this in a minute. Rent-A-Brother. Everything from Brian Kemp. Now, Brian Kemp controls, if you're out there nationally, he controls the every direction Republican candidates have to walk, talk, and fall in the line. Now, if you have Republican candidates out there that are not doing that, they're not falling into line, they're a plant that, in my opinion, Brian Kemp put into the race, or B, they don't have the money to run the race. Yes. So the deep fake video of Democrat U.S. John Ossoff, produced by Republican U.S. Mike Collins' campaign, has rippled through the 2026 Senate race, and it likely won't be the last AI stunt we see. This is an AI video that they're talking about, video 4.
John Ossoff, I just voted to keep the government shut down. They say it'll hurt farmers, but I wouldn't know. I've only seen a farm on Instagram. And SNAP recipients don't think they're at my New York or California fundraisers. So who cares? Chuck Schumer said it was a good idea, and I could never say no to my boss.
Is that wrong? Now, that was not John Ossoff. Was that wrong? I just want to know. I mean, I understand Democrat. I understand New York, California, trust fund baby. I get all of that. But it doesn't matter who it is. Remember, don't forget this little side note here. Give me this one right here, Diane. 109. And then come back to this one if you don't mind. 109 is, do you think those kind of campaign, remember, from Voices the Song and AI Takeover, right? AI, you don't know who you're talking to when they call. So I just want to know, do you think that video is wrong? Now, I'm going to tell you, give me number 65. Someone asked me yesterday, why would I highlight this guy? I call him Rent-A-Brother. This is how bad it is, all right? This guy is totally sold out. This is one of the biggest fakes. Now, one time, and the reason I bring this up, Shelley Winters calls out Mike Collins' AI ad as immature, silly, and not a serious campaign. Why would you do this? And it shows kind of I would say, the immaturity of this campaign. Now, he has attacked me, no problem. No problem. He's attacked David Cross. I'll let David Cross say no problem. The minute that it was exposed that Josh McCoon, offered to get, what's the young man's name? Jaquan Stembridge, is that his last name? Young black guy running for office now, the assistant secretary of the Georgia Republican Party, who dresses very well. He's a snappy dresser. I mean, I have to tell you, he is, that's a snappy dresser. I mean, single parent home, and just like that. Interesting. I mean, you never know in politics. You can just wake up one morning and all of a sudden. All right, so moving right along. This guy here, he's always played a role. That's why I call him Rent-A-Brother, where his bread is buttered. You got it? Now, the one thing I want to say about him, because he cannot be trusted. He cannot be trusted. He shows up at a hell of a lot of white parties up in Brookhaven, and I don't mean Diddy. So I'm sitting in, and I don't want this guy trusted at all. And just how bad it is. Give me just a minute of Rent-A-Brother, video 1. I don't think I want to play the whole thing, but give me video 1.
I want to talk about Mike Collins, Senate candidate Mike Collins, Congressman Mike Collins' AI video. So apparently, they dropped this AI video of Mike Collins. Of John Ossoff. So the Mike Collins team, another misstep. I will honestly say this is another misstep by the campaign. They dropped an AI video of John Ossoff essentially saying that he doesn't like farmers and he's never seen a farm. And they're trying to be funny, but it's an AI video, and they admit it. They admit to it being an AI video. So they're not trying to be sneaky or anything, but they admit to it being an AI video. But I'm thinking to myself, why would you drop an AI video if you're running for Senate and John Ossoff is the incumbent? You don't have enough ammunition to just run ads or run videos or run stuff saying what he's done or not done that you disagree with. You just can't stand on the ideas. Why would you do this? And it shows kind of I would say the immaturity of this campaign, which is why.
All right. Only reason I'm showing this, and I'll move on, is you got to understand he cannot be trusted. He carries the water. Now, I don't know this, but he does work for a company, and I do not know, but he carries the water and a narrative and a message as though it's to his financial benefit, as though it is. I'm not for sure, but boy, it sure comes up. Now, this is a very good friend of Sally Grubhub's. Oh, this is Sally Grubb's friend. Now, he trusts Brian Kemp. Remember, it's a good friend, Marcy McCarthy. Yes, these people cannot be trusted. Now, the only reason, and let me get away from this, that I bring this up as this campaign goes on, I was trying to go to a Stacey Abrams roundtable event at I think it was a hotel in Atlanta. I got tipped off that what's her name up in Minnesota was going to be here, the senator, and doing an event, closed door event. So I show up there. This is a while back. This is before the 2020 election. I show up there, the 2022 election, I mean, and Stacey Abrams is running against Brian Kemp. And Klobuchar comes up out of Minnesota. And I go in, and they won't let me in. I'm not on the list, right? So I sit down at a chair in the lobby. They're going back. They're going to say, he comes in. He hates this story. He hates this story because if he had it back to where I didn't know this, he comes in and he sits down. They won't let him in. He's not on the list. And he plays the black card. I'll never forget it. Oh, Stacey Abrams, go back there and tell him, hey, the black lady's not letting the black guy in. I'll never forget it. I'll look him in the eye. I don't care. He knows he tried to play the race card to get into the Stacey Abrams event. So they don't let him in. He comes over, he sits down next to me. He says, hey, where are you out of? I told him. He said, I started talking about Trump and the 2020, and he immediately let me know he had nothing for Trump. He was anti-MAGA. We're all crazy. These are not quotes, but I'll never forget the conversation. He did not support Trump, on and on. The most anti-Trump guy I ever met sitting there. And then all of a sudden, when Trump ran in 22, he was down at the airport with a MAGA hat on. He's as fake and phony as they get. And then they had a thing at the barbershop. Remember that? Down there at the barbershop? He was down there with the barbershop. This guy is totally and completely a bad guy. Bad guy. I don't care. Bring me on your show. We'll say, I want to ask you, bring me on your show and let me ask you if you remember that day. He is supporting Brian Kemp. Debbie Dooley is supporting. Let me tell you something, folks. You got to get the word out. Number 12. Now, I'm not endorsing Mike Collins today. I'm not doing it. But I am so angry at Kemp buying everybody off. Now, I know when I say that, people say, wait a minute, can you prove that they're writing these checks? Look, she's standing there with Derek Dooley. Brought into the race by Brian Kemp. You can't make this up. And I am tired of Brian Kemp, number 2, running every single campaign. Not one of these candidates talk about AI. Not a one. No. I guarantee you, can you send me? I want to ask you a question. Can you send me from any candidate running for governor, any candidate running for governor, any candidate running for lieutenant governor, any candidate running for secretary of state, maybe, any one of them? Can you send me copies of their social media post, their tweet, or something saying, this is a big day in Georgia where President Donald Trump's RICO case can be dissolved and the Department of Justice can come in to Fulton County and we can expose them and get the truth and prosecute the criminals? Do you have one of those you can send me? Right? Do you have a single social media post or a tweet, a governor's candidate, lieutenant governor candidate, anyone that says, hey, the cover-up that's going on, that the state election board is exposing, Joe Rossi is exposing, Kevin Moncla is exposing, I'm reporting on, I'm not the one, they're doing the work. SB 2023-025. Can you send me any candidate? Because, folks, that's not a Republican issue. I'm tired of hearing it. It's not. I want to see this be an issue for the voters, the citizens, not the illegals in this country. But can you send me? You cannot. That's why I bring this up. I'm tired of these people running the narrative and holding, give me number 6. This guy right here, Josh McCoon. This guy should resign immediately. Immediately. He should resign and leave. Did I give you a number? Yeah. He should resign immediately. I hate to say this. I am going to get kicked in the teeth for this. But Burt Jones, running for lieutenant governor of Georgia, should apologize to all of us for having his arm around this guy and endorsing him. But no. I mean, absolutely not. They talk about ending state income tax. Political stunt. All of these political stunts they're out there on. Well, thank God they stopped boys, biological boys, from participating in girls' sports. But you do know the bill, they act like they've done something. Are you not tired completely exhausted of politicians coming to you and acting like they've done something? Do you sit in the room and they say, I put this bill forward, I put this bill forward, I co-sponsored this bill, we did this bill to protect teachers, we did this bill to protect kids, we did this bill. Are you not tired of them looking at you in these rooms, right, and acting as though they did something? It's all the time. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you're protecting girls' sports, right? But the actual bill that prevents taxpayer-funded money in Georgia. Now, keep this in mind. They're going around the state with this bullshit of ending state income tax, right? Yes, they put these panels together to listen, and they're going to find a way. And this guy right here is the chair, right? Give me number. I've got to move on because I've got something on a local level I want to show you of Gilmer County. Number 26. This guy stands up the other night, right? And he says he's holding 240 pages or something. He's holding a document that says these are all the tax breaks that we give different corporations or different people get tax breaks in Georgia, and we want to go through here and eliminate some to balance out ending state income tax. And we protected girls' sports, right? I'll get to that one in a minute. But I sponsored a piece of legislation, or was on a piece of legislation, to end state-funded, taxpayer state-funded Georgia surgeries, transgender surgeries, right? And it failed in the House. Right? And then we see John Burns, the Speaker of the House, with his priorities of property tax. Well, wait a minute, John Burns. We had HB 581, good bill, bad bill. We had HB 581, John Burns, but that would cap property values in Georgia. That was voted yes overwhelmingly, but the House put in a note to allow counties, Board of Education, and cities to opt out. Let me tell you something. The biggest line of bullshit fed to the people of Georgia is John Burns looking at you from the Speaker of the House and telling you, I think property tax is a priority. Now, property tax will be a priority to John Burns until the ACGG and the city GGGs and the BOEGG. What I'm getting to is all the associations. Because what happens is, right, John, listen up. Tell me if I'm wrong, John. Just go ahead. Say, hey, you're wrong. It's in the bill. So the ACGG, the Association of Commissioners of Georgia, blah, 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 they run interference. They lobby. They go down there and say, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you realize if you do this, you could hurt the tax base of the county? And they got to have all the money, and they can't be limited to how much money they can take for property owners. Okay. And then the city lobbyist comes in and says, whoa, 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 whoa. Our city association around the state, you will just be hurting the tax base, and they got to be able to take all the money they can for property tax. Well, okay, I got to consider that. You are a lobbyist, and I don't know. I thought I seen something drop out of your pocket before you came in the door. That's me, a little, that's just me. Then we have the Board of Education, the school system of Georgia association, and they go in with their lobbyists. Do you realize if you cap these property tax and you do this and you do that, you will hurt our tax revenue? Well, we can't do that. Here's what we'll do. We'll put it on a constitutional amendment on the ballot. Okay? And we'll ask the voters if they want to put it in the state constitution. Right? And then what we'll do is we'll give, after the election, we'll give you an opportunity to opt out. Opt out. Okay. And if you don't opt out, what we will do is we will give your county an opportunity to put another penny on the taxes to help make up for what you may lose. So what you're saying is when we're done, the taxpayer gets screwed once again, no matter which way they go, and we won't be out a dime? Exactly. I like it. It's bullshit, and I'm tired of them lying to us. Let me tell you something right now. If they take $1 from you, and then they take $1.05, if you're too damn dumb to realize your taxes went up, that's your damn problem. Because I'm going to just tell you, $1.05 is more than $1. Because what they'll do is they'll stand up in front of you in these rooms and keep explaining to you what they did. So what you're telling me is I paid $1,000 last year. This year I paid $1,150. But I would have felt better if I would have waited to hear from you. Now I know actually I did make out. Don't be that damn dumb. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It's Friday. I'm not even supposed to go here. I don't even know what I'm doing here. But do not stop letting these people stand in front of you and tell you what they've done. You know? Take that down. Now, I don't know what got me all worked up. Now, all right, so Board of Elections, right? Now, number 40, let me clear the air. Let's clear the air. All right, so if you're out there from sea to shining sea in the lower 48 or internationally or wherever, if you're down in Albany, Lafayette, or laugh at it, whatever the hell you call it, however you pronounce anything in the state of Georgia. If you're here, listen up. Now, our Secretary of State's office, which is run by Brad Raffensperger. Could you just excuse me for like 8 seconds? Damn, coffee's cold. All right, so the Secretary of State is Brad Raffensperger, running for governor. Now, keep this in mind. Wake the hell up. This is the call. The guy wants to be governor. If the guy becomes governor of the state of Georgia, he will reverse every single thing, every move you've made at the state election board. Now, there was a time when he presided over and chaired the state election board. Right? Now, what we needed to do, look at everyone. I want to ask you another question, and I want you to wake up, and you better have a damn piece of paper. I want you to go this Saturday, everywhere across the state. Get your ass out of bed Saturday morning, go to a GOP meeting. I don't care if the person's running. I don't care if the person's running for lieutenant governor, secretary of state, governor, U.S. Senate. Don't waste your question. I don't care. I want you to look at them this weekend. I want a recorder running. I want it online. And I want you to ask the question, hey, you're running for governor. You're running for lieutenant governor. You're running for secretary of state. If you are currently a state senator, state lawmaker, What did you do to separate the Georgia State Board of Elections from the Secretary of State's office? What did you do to separate it? To get it away from there? What did you actually do? What did you vote on? What did you put forward? And as you're running for office, do you want the Georgia State Election Board to go fully back under the Secretary of State's office? Do you want it? Because that's what's about to happen. And that's what they're doing. And that's the fights they're putting up. It's being done on purpose. This guy's running for governor. If this guy becomes governor of the state of Georgia, this guy will reverse everything that happened in the state election board. Now, I can't tell you he's alone. You need to ask Burt Jones. You need to ask Chris Carr. I am so tired. This is number 35, all right? I mean, Burt Jones, every time I see a post from him, it's some bubblegum post. I mean, it's bubblegum. It's not real. It's not focused. Great day, blah, blah, blah. We talked about why agriculture is the backbone of the region, how we attract and keep good paying jobs, and what it takes for families to keep families safe and life affordable. Oh, somebody told him more. Grateful for everyone who showed up and engaged in these important issues. Okay, that's great, Chris Carr. You're the Attorney General. You're the Attorney General of the state of Georgia. You want to be the next governor. What you should have been posting is, hey, I am personally going to step in and ask. I'm going to write a corroborating letter to piggyback on the Department of Justice and say, Fulton County, you need to respect the Department of Justice, the federal Department of Justice, and you need to come clean and you need to get these documents out. But no, he's out campaigning and he's going to end gang violence on one day and the next day he's talking to the farmers. That's nice. Here's the reason this bothers me. Number 40. I got two more things I got to do. Diane, can I go to 11:10? If I can't, just say no. Just say no. It won't bother me. Now, the reason is this bothers me so much. Number 41. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger's office will no longer send investigators to present case to the state election board. The move comes after the Republican-controlled board delayed actions. Now, let me just say this, okay? They want to turn the state election board back over to the Secretary of State. And I'm not going to bring people up yet. I will next week. So let me look at the camera. Vernon Jones, Kelvin King, Tim Fleming, Gabriel Sterling. You got it? Not leaving anyone out. We're not going to bring up names this week. But I'm telling you right now, they want to turn. I will next week. One more time. Tim Fleming, I want to know what your take is on the Secretary of State's office and the state election board. I want your full plan. All right? Vernon Jones, I want your full plan. I don't want no him hauling around. I don't want no, go around your elbow to get to your ass with an answer. I want the damn facts. What's your plan as Secretary of State where the State Board of Elections is concerned? How do you plan to work with them? Same thing with Kelvin King and same thing with Gabriel Sterling. Everybody has a clear opportunity. You got till Tuesday. Unless I just feel Monday I want to roll with it. I want to know. Because here's the reason they won't send. You see, go to the AJC, okay? And if I'm missing it, let me know. But what's today? Friday? What was it? Tuesday or Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Wednesday. State Election Board. SB 2023 025. Nothing. Show me the article. They wrote an article on Dr. Janice Johnston, right? Mm-hmm. Her emails, yes, wrote an article attacking her. They wrote an article talking about frayed relations. For some reason that day, Wednesday, unless you can send me the article, because I read, sadly, I hate to report, I read the AJC every morning. I don't see the article. Nope. Now, they will not send the investigators back to the State Board of Elections. The Secretary of State won't. They won't send them back. All right. Go to, I want another, it's 10:50. I want to do about another 8 minutes. And then I want to talk about something. Hold on. Breaking news. New prosecutor to take on Georgia election case against Trump and others. All right, can you get me the details? I don't have this app. I don't want this app on my phone. Can you get me the details of this? New prosecutor to take on Georgia election interference case against Trump and others. You know why? You know why? Breaking news. Thank you out there. You are the research department. You're amazing. Hey, you know why? They can't let us have the open records. They want to stop the DOJ. Folks, the corruption is enormous. Enormous. Somebody told me, and I'm going to share that with you Monday if they give me permission. I don't roll out names. Somebody told me the other day, I said they're going to dissolve it. I have. I've been open. They're going to dissolve it. And an individual said to me the other day, said, the level of corruption, I just won't get shocked if it stays open. I can't open this app. I don't have it. Can you get me the article you're talking about? Oh, leave it to Diane. New prosecutor takes on Georgia election case against Trump and others. Can you go down? We're reading this together. A longtime prosecutor announced he will take over the Georgia election interference case against President Donald Trump and others after Fulton County. What did this break at 10:44? Thank you very much. I love this audience. You're amazing people. Interference case against President Donald Trump and others after Fulton County District Court, the nonpartisan prosecuting attorneys council of Georgia was tasked with finding someone to lead the case after Willis was disqualified. Let's see. Prosecutor, there you go. The organizer's executive director, Pete, I can't pronounce his name, that he would take the case on himself. Several prosecutors were contacted, and while all were respectful and professional, each declined the appointment. I don't need the MacBook. Thank you, Diane. Go down. After Georgia Supreme Court September declined to hear Willis's appeal over the Do you remember, right? Do you remember the opening here? Damn it, you're right. Come on, it's Friday. It's Friday. I mean, I've got to go out. I got to relax a little bit. I got to start the weed eater. I can't mention this name right now or I'll lose it. I'm getting text messages. Remember this, Diane? What did I say this morning? I said it this morning. I said the AJC was cheering, right? This is not a coincidence. Not a coincidence, right? Diane, what did we say? Here it is. Here it is. Give me number 75. We just showed you this at the top of the hour. Remember, Georgia Counsel Pete Sandelaski, head of the prosecuting attorney general's court, could appoint a prosecutor, a private attorney, or even himself. It's almost like they knew. So, you remember I told you this, right? At 11 o'clock, I said they're cheering. They're cheering. You see, this was supposed to dissolve today. It really was. This guy should not be taking this on. Now, here's the thing I want to know. I want you to ask where the money's coming from for his team. Now, let me say this. Okay? I want you to put Governor Kemp, find that picture of Governor Kemp and Marty. Right now, find it. Where the hell's it at? Number 17. Sorry, Diane. That wasn't appropriate because Diane really needs a number to go by. She doesn't see the pictures. I want to ask them. I want everybody. Where does he get the money? You see, this council is funded, but it doesn't have the funding or the team. Who is going to approve the money for him to put the team together, right? Who's going to approve the money, Brian and Marty? This is, I mean, you can't make up the level of corruption. Hey, MTG. Hey, Congressman Andrew Clyde. Yes. Right? Hey, Congressman Brian Jack. Every one of you. Mike Collins, Congressman. Let's start finding out who's putting the money up. You got to understand, this guy chairs a committee without a budget for the most part. Who's going to approve an appropriations? Who's going to approve an appropriations for him to have a staff, a full staff, right? Now, here's what he's got to do. This is so much bullshit. He has to get, here's what he's got to do. He's got to get the entire file from Fulton County. Then he has to go to the judge and say, you know what, Your Honor? I need time to prepare for the case. What's that say? 101 boxes of documents related to the investigation on October 29th, the day before it expires, and an 8 terabyte hard drive containing the entire. Now leave that there, Diane. Diane, I like you. I like you, Diane. She's ahead of the game. She's ahead of the game. Now, let me just say this. What I tell you earlier, open records. You see, friggin', who are they protecting? This is worse than the friggin' Epstein file. Who the hell are they protecting and covering up for? My God, this cannot get any deeper than this. Look here. Wait a minute. Diane, if you keep pissing me off here, I'm not trying. Let's see. He served as the elected Republican district attorney for Coweta Judicial Circuit. Coweta County. What? Why does Coweta County? Why? What's that? Wonder what Coweta County. Oh, Diane, are you telling me that's where all the frost are from? Diane, I have warned you if you keep pissing me off on Friday. Coweta County, served as the district attorney at Coweta County Republican Party. Probably very good friends with the Frost family. Could you go to the area you had highlighted earlier? I'm so upset. I am so upset. I'm so upset. I just, what did I say when we started? What did I say? Open records, right? Didn't I say that? Now, I will tell you this, and I'm going to give an admission right here on live. I have told everybody it would be dissolved today. I have been very adamant. If you've been on the phone, you've asked me my opinion, I've told you it would get dissolved today. It'd have to get dissolved today. No one would take it. Now, I'm not trying to look for something to be correct, but I knew no one would touch it. I knew no one would touch this. So we need to know who instructed him to take it. We need to know who told him don't let it die. We need to know who told him to keep it alive. We have to know. Now, keep this in mind. Remember what I said. Her office brought him 101 boxes of documents related to the investigation on October 29th, yesterday. And 8 terabytes of hard drive containing the entire investigation file on November 6th. He said he hasn't had time to complete his review of the case, but decided to take the case himself so he can complete a comprehensive review and make an informed decision regarding how best to proceed. Now,
October 29th was several weeks ago, before the letters were written.
Oh, okay. Thank you. What do I keep saying? Yesterday. I'm just losing it. Thank you, Diane. Okay, here's the one thing, and we're going to get out. Instead of letting it just dissolve, he could take it and he could spend 2 weeks and he can go to the court and have it dismissed appropriately. So I'm losing my temper. I'm losing my all of the above. I'm losing it. I'm so angry over this. But let's let cooler heads prevail for a little bit, because what he could do, instead of Scott McAfee just letting the case dissolve, he could take the case, he could have all the files, all right? He could have all the files, and he can go into court in a couple weeks himself and say he can't proceed with this case and he thinks it ought to be dismissed. That's out there. That's a possibility. Now, the other thing, Trump's lead attorney in Georgia said he is confident that a fair and impartial review will lead to a dismissal of the case. So what he's looking at is a couple weeks down the road, Fulton County could care less. You got to keep that in mind. There's something up here, but he could a couple weeks down the road say, there's nothing here. I've taken it on myself. I'm going to go into the court. That's possible. Now, the other thing that concerns me is what files are they destroying? There should be something in the court right now, to show that the well, wait a minute, let me see. What's this saying? Trump had one. So he is the one that handled the Burt Jones case. All right, could you email me that entire article? Appointed himself to handle the matter as well, and ultimately decided against pursuing charges against Burt Jones. All right, so there's our upside to this. Okay, all right, stop. Let's before we go. This guy here. Remember, I told you about Burt Jones. It went to him. It went to this guy here. He took the Burt Jones case and dismissed it. So if he dismissed the Burt Jones case, we'll give it a couple weeks, see if he dismisses this one. I don't know. I get so aggravated with these people. So aggravated with the spin, the level of cover-up, and we're going to go Monday. We're going to get back to the cover-up. Give me number 5. I probably shouldn't have tried to attempt that article right then because of the anger I have. I mean, I probably shouldn't have. All right, so let's... I'm going to do the Gilmer County story Monday, but let's go with this, all right? I want to do this. I want to do this because I'm all worked up now. I got a couple dumbasses. I know. There's no need for that, but I can't help it, all right? Number 67, this makes me mad. Really, really angry, okay? And this is Greg Dolezal, Greg the Weasel. Here's Greg the Weasel Dolezal. And he's campaigning. Now, this is November 13th, 2025. He's campaigning to be lieutenant governor. And he has the nerve to take this chart and tweet it out and say, Georgia, we have a problem. This is a state senator. I mean, this kind of stuff, like, give me 66. Here is the chart. This guy, Greg the Weasel, tweets out. And it's like, so what you're telling me is you just found this out? Estimated share of single-family rental market held by investors with over 1,000 homes in a selected area as of, look at Atlanta, 25%, right? 25%. Now, Jacksonville, 21%. Atlanta, 25%. And he acts like he just found out. I tell you, you know what? 67. I was being Greg the Weasel yesterday afternoon, and I just found this out. I was amazed to find this out. Now you say we have a problem? And this one right here. This one gets me because that's all he has is a penny's worth of thought. Number 57. They couldn't find a better guy than Brandon Beach to end the penny. You know, Brandon Beach, former senator up there in Alpharetta, okay, former state senator, kept calling the White House till they found him, some kind of office and said, look, you could be the treasurer and you could be the guy that gets rid of the penny. He's all excited. But every time I see a penny for your thoughts, I'm thinking that's all he has. That's all he has. That's the value of his thoughts. Oh, by the way, he's great friends with Greg the Weasel. And by the way, that's David Clark's father-in-law. The penny for your thoughts guy. Now, what else do I have? I have one more I wanted to show you. I'm going to want 105. I don't want it right now, but I'll let you know when I want 105. So let me ask you this. So in Georgia, we love to go around and campaign that it's only a penny. The splost, right? The splost, the E-splost, the F-splost, the T-splost. It's only a penny. Will they now say it's only a nickel? It's only a nickel. Why, it's only a nickel. Can't make that up. Now, 105, my biggest concern is, did they find the monkey? That's my biggest concern is, did they find the monkey? That's it. That's my concern going into Friday. Now, you know what I'm going to have to do? I can tell you right now, this is not a joke. Let me do it now. Give me number 25. I need to text him right now. I need to text immediately, right? Oh, I've got to put this up here. So, Diane, can you crop this? Don't get mad at me. I just want to put this one up right here. Hold on. This is going to be I want this for a reason. I want to end it. I'm going to have to text Jesus this afternoon. Dear God, please forgive me. That's not a joke. I'm not joking. I'm not laughing around. I got to get off here and text Jesus. A divine connection to your pocket. I've got to do it. I'm going to have to this afternoon. Take that down. Give me, can you crop the one I just sent you? And let's see, I got to have, this is the cost. Forsyth County sent this guy for an open records request. I mean, I got to dig into this. This is enormous. This is enormous. This guy sent Forsyth County an open records request. Look at the price that they want. I got to get into it. $37,840. I think they're trying to stop him. $37,840 for an open records request. All right, I got a lot to do this weekend. You have a great weekend. Diane, you have a great weekend. Let me get out of here and try this later. Oh, don't forget. Don't let those politicians stand up this weekend and tell you what all they've done for you. I'll see you Monday morning, 8 a.m.